How many times have you been rushing around, running errands, picking up the kids, working late, and you're just too worn out to think about dinner? What do you end up doing? Reaching for unhealthy things to satisfy your hunger, right?
That's right. Well, our next guest has solutions of healthy meals that can be ready in just 10 minutes. We welcome certified health coach Samantha Eaton to the show. Hello, and how are you doing, Samantha?
Excellent. How are you guys?
Good.
Fine, thank you so much. That's a description of my life. What I
Is
just...
it?
For sure, but exhausted by the time I get home,
Yes.
right? And then I think there's nothing to eat, so I grab something in the pantry that is not healthy.
Right, yeah, you come home, you're exhausted and you're starving.
Yeah.
That's the thing, and when you get to that overly hungry point, you don't even want anything healthy, right?
That's true,
You're
no.
just like, just give me anything to get me
No.
full. Crackers, chips, cookies, whatever.
So is that part of what keeps us from making those good decisions because we get too hungry?
It's part of it. So what I recommend doing is first just getting really conscious and aware of what's preventing you from taking the actions that you want to take. So once you do that, get really curious about your patterns, excuses, stories you're telling yourself, justifications, right? Do this in a non-judgmental way. Like, be kind to yourself. Just observe what's going on. Then from there, you can start to really figure out where you can make some tweaks in each of those areas to set you up to take the action you want to take. So in this example, you want to eat a healthy dinner, right? So what's in your way? You come home starving. So what can you do to not come home starving?
And you're rushed.
And you're rushed, exactly. So if you just ate more food during the day, maybe you wouldn't be as starving. If you have a snack before you leave the office, maybe that could tide you over until food's ready. Since you come home exhausted, what can you do there? Maybe you can listen. I love listening to like exciting music, and I love singing along in my car because that gives me like a little pump, a little burst of energy, or like an inspirational podcast.
So that you won't be so tired.
So you won't be so tired. So now you're not as hungry, you're not as tired. Now the food part, right? So you could do meal planning and prepping on the weekends in a perfect world, right? You could get meal delivery service, or you could have a healthy backup plan meal ready to go.
All right.
So you can kind of break that pattern or that cycle that you're in.
Let's have that healthy backup plan. I like that
let's do
idea.
that.
Okay, you've got some ideas for us.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I've created this concept based on the balanced plate concept that we've talked about on here before. But essentially, there's 4 different main components that go into it. And really, if you follow this basic formula, you're making it really quick and easy to whip up a meal that's delicious, nutritious, and leaves you looking and feeling your best.
Okay.
So the first thing we're going to start off with is carbohydrates. Carbs are our body's primary source of energy, so we want to make sure to get those on the plate.
Did everybody hear that? I hope everybody got that.
Yeah, and there's simple carbs and complex. These are complex carbs, meaning they'll keep you fuller longer and give you more energy. So there's options like this is brown rice, there's quinoa, you can get butternut squash, you can get sweet potatoes. This brown rice pasta cooks up in 1 minute. Just 1 minute, super simple. And you'll notice, everything on this table, you really want to make sure for your backup plan meal that it is shelf stable for a while, because you don't want to buy a bunch of healthy foods that are fresh and have them go bad in the back of your fridge before you get a chance to eat them.
Right.
So all these things can last a while, which is key.
And what type of serving are we talking about?
About a quarter of your plate, you want to fill up with some type of carb. This bread I love if I want to do a sandwich. It's based on millet and brown rice. It's my favorite kind of bread.
Okay.
Oh, what's the brand?
It's called DeLand.
Okay.
It's from a bakery in Florida. There's only 5 ingredients in there. It's
that's
incredible.
good. Okay.
Yeah.
So what's our next grouping here?
So this is protein. So there's some vegetarian options, some meat eater options. For vegetarians, beans are always a great one. Those are my favorite veggie burgers in the front, the crunch burgers. And then with meat, the key is to make sure it's pre-cooked. So you're not cooking meat because that takes a while, right? So all these things, turkey burgers, chicken, that's grass-fed beef, sausage, they can all be just heated up very quickly.
Okay.
Yeah. So that
okay,
makes
I like
that
what you're
easy.
doing with this, Sam.
So
This
you
is
got your
very
carbs,
good. Yes.
you got your protein, now is
Yeah.
veggies. So you want to fill like half your plate with veggies because that's what makes it a healthy meal, right? Luckily, in the freezer section, there is all kinds of fun, mixes of vegetables out there. So you don't have to grab a bag of broccoli and just have broccoli all the time. You can have all kinds of fun mixes done for you. So you don't need a million bags in your freezer. Just get a couple fun mixes.
Okay.
I like that. Okay.
And then finally, we have to have this thing taste good, right?
Yeah.
We need to add
Yes.
some flavor and some healthy fats. So in this section here, I kind of have your flavor healthy fat combo. I'm a huge fan of Pour there in Dilworth, but they make infused olive oils. So you're getting your healthy fats and your flavor all in one. So it's like a 2-for-1.
So you would take that and just pour that on your
Just
protein
drizzle
or on your
top.
vegetables or something? Okay.
Yeah, just drizzle it over the top. If you want to go more of like an Asian, you can do coconut aminos or soy sauce. There's these pre-blended spices, which makes it really easy to add flavor. Chopped nuts and seeds for some texture. I love adding ghee. That's just a dairy-free version of butter. But yeah, all kinds of fun flavorings. And you can see there's multiple options for each one. So it's not like you have to have the same meal over and over again. You can pick different things from each one, so it can taste completely different each time.
So when we're doing this on the plate, you said the different portion size, I could just mix and match them, or I have to have all 4 of them?
Ideally, you'll want one from each of the stations to make sure your plate is balanced. And the reason you want your plate to be balanced is because that helps balance your hormones, balance your blood sugar, and just help you look and feel your best.
My hormones need balancing.
Yeah, you don't want to
Just ask
forget
my husband. Just ask my family.
all these components, each of these 4 things are very important to having that kind of balanced plate.
But this makes a lot of sense to me. This is very easy to understand and easy to implement.
Yeah.
You did a good job. You did very good. Really,
And
that's
my
very
favorite
good.
part is it can be ready in 10 minutes or
Yeah.
less. So you get home, you throw each of these, on a big skillet, put the cover on, go shower, get in your comfy clothes. By the time you're
Yes.
ready, your dinner is ready.
Gosh, you know me. You
I'm the
totally
same
know
way.
me.
That's how I know you.
So know me. HealthyEaton.com. That is Samantha's website. HealthyEaton, EATON.com. She's a great health coach. Thank you so much for being
Thank
here.
you.
Thank you.
Indeed.
All right, more.